Hello, my Cancer people. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys, for today's reading. I really appreciate you all for being here. Whether you're new or returning, if you are new, though, hello, my name is Jeanette. Okay, guys, jumping on in. Hopefully, everything is great with you. Let's get good news for my Cancer people. That's what I want to see, some good news. Big money, no whammy. This is tackling here today what we need to be aware of here, Cancer. So, what do you need to know right now? What would Spirit like to bring to your attention? Do keep in mind, as always, that the messages are general. Not everything is going to resonate for everybody. So do only take what fits for you and leave the rest behind. You'll feel it. You'll know if it's for you. You'll know. All right, Les. Also, I could be reading someone around you, someone that you're energetically attached to, or someone in your environment. All right, but these are for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancerian energies, so feel free to check your other placements videos if this happens to not resonate for you, my Cancers, or if you need some further clarification. Well, there you are, Cancer, with the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That is your energy. Can be Scorpio or Pisces as well. So we got the Three of Pentacles here, and we have the Two of Swords. Interesting. You might be willing to work with somebody here. You might be willing to work with somebody. I think at this time, um, you may have some deep emotions here. There's love on the table potentially for some of you, okay? Deep love for somebody, potentially. But things are blocked right now. However, I feel you still see it going somewhere. So you could be like not talking to someone here, Cancer, with this Two of Swords. You could be missing some information, some much needed, I wanted to say, much needed information before making a decision. But I feel like with that Three of Pentacles, you'd be willing to work with somebody here. You still care, I want to say. So for my cross watchers out there, Cancer still cares is what it feels like so far. Oh, what does Cancer need to be aware of at this time? You are maybe missing some information with that Two of Swords. Yeah, I mean, here, Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I give a little, you give a little. There may be some apologies involved here, Cancer, depending on where you're sitting in. Excuse me. Okay, so do take the messages as they resonate. We have the Seven of Cups reversed. I almost said Seven of Swords. That's interesting. So gaining some clarity there. And we have the Eight of Swords reversed. Gaining some clarity. Definitely some mental encasement that was present here. But I feel part of the blockage may have been that. With the Eight of Swords, it's a mental entrapment. It's an encasement. We repeat, thoughts over and over again on the hamster wheel, right? Here coming in the reverse, it's a release. It's a breaking free. So it's very interesting that she landed right underneath our Two of Swords, because definitely right now something here is blocked, but it's not going to stay that way, Cancer. So I feel like Spirit is really highlighting to you that if you're willing to work with somebody, I almost want to say they're also willing to work with you as well. Now, we do have the Six of Pentacles in reverse here that I see. So that's not reciprocating or not receiving in some way. Let's see how that pans out, because from this point of view, it's looking pretty good. Looks like a genuine love offer, apology, and extension here going forward. Willing to work with somebody. With the Seven of Cups, someone could have had many options. There could have been some confusion. We've picked a path here, or we've settled in some way. So I want to say this is being brought to your attention because right now, for some of you, maybe you're not talking to somebody. Maybe things are still blocked. Maybe you're still in the point of looking. Maybe you're still in the point of being a little confused, Cancer, as you're watching this reading. But what you need to be aware of is if you're willing to work with somebody genuinely, I want to say they're willing to work with you genuinely. Now, how much they have to give or how much they're really truly willing to give, we'll get into that. We'll definitely get into that. But slow and steady wins the race, and I do feel gates of love opening or apologies, words of affirmations being exchanged here, and things kind of break free. a little bit in some way. So I do feel like you're dealing with a particular person here, Cancer, but for some it's a group, right? With that Three of Pentacles, it could be a group of people. Um, but you felt like maybe you were missing some information. This may be one of those situations, if it's a work-related situation, Cancer, or somebody that you work with, this could be like, well, I don't have a problem with Brenda. Why does Brenda not like me? Well, nobody ever said Brenda doesn't like you. Well, then why does she act like that? Oh, Brenda acts like that to everybody. It's one of those like misunderstandings. Oh, okay, well, if I'm willing to, if Brenda's willing to squash the beef, I got no beef with Brenda. Well, Brenda doesn't have beef with Cancer. Okay, then cool. Now we're back on the same page. You feel me? Or this could be a deeper situation where somebody genuinely owes you an apology, okay? So do take these messages as they resonate for you, loves. Something is coming unblocked, and I feel like you need to be told that maybe somebody is willing to work with you if you're willing to work with them. Five of Cups here. There's been some sadness, some guilt, maybe some betrayal here that's still lingering for somebody. Two of Pentacles. You willing to work with me? I'm willing to work with you here. Ace of Pentacles. So definitely a building up. I love how they fell right into into line there. Synchronicity of movement, one to the other. Very fascinating there. And then of course we have the three. So you got the one, the two, the three, into the maybe. These pentacles are building here. The momentum is gaining. I feel like you need to be aware that you can definitely work this out. If you're not talking to somebody, and this is a little more personal than just a work-related situation, you do have a new opportunity to sort of like meet somebody halfway or to close the gap, maybe open some lines of communication here, Cancer, if thou desires. But I also feel that maybe you needed some time to process some things as well with that Seven of Cups reversed. Ooh, what do you need to know? What does Cancer need to know at this time? Four of Wands reversed here. There's some canceled plans potentially involved. We have the Eight of Cups. Queen of Cups. There you are, Cancer. And Ace of Swords. Interesting. Yeah, restart. Restart is coming, love. We can leave it all. We can squash the beef. We can leave it all behind. Okay, so I don't know who you're dealing with. I don't know this situation, but I'm inclined to say that it's for most of you, the majority of you, it's someone you care about. However, if it's not someone you care about, then and this is a work-related situation, this could just be signifying your emotional balance in the situation and your ability to hold self-love and hold space for self while dealing with these people. There was potential rumors of gossip, I want to say, in here somewhere. It's what I'm feeling, okay? Again, do take these messages as they resonate, or some form of canceled plan or something wasn't quite stable. Now, if something wasn't quite stable because we're getting a little more into nitty-gritty personal stuff, somebody that you care about here, they are willing to work with you. And I feel you're willing to work with them. So now instead of being confused, instead of like, we can pick the option to have that restart, to have that, to harness that opportunity. Thank you, Spirit. We can first make the decision and the choice to harness the opportunity that we're being given, and then recognize the steps that we need to do to take following that. And those are emotional steps. Those are purging steps. This is leaving the emotion behind, walking away from the past, walking away from that which didn't serve, literally breaking free. Mentally, emotionally breaking free here. So letting the past be in the past, squashing the beef, and coming to some form of understanding. I feel compassion. I feel seeing eye to eye. If you're willing to work with me, I'm willing to work with you. We can work this out. That's what I'm seeing here. So this is about working it out with somebody, or coming to an understanding with someone. It's under that. The Seven of Wands. Yep, Three of Cups, reconciliations, yes. And the Five of Wands reversed. Okay, so this is interesting here. We got the Five of Wands reversed, Three of Cups. So reconciliations for those of you who are dealing with partnership, again, groups. So this covers everybody for those of you dealing with work situations. There could have been a lot of drama, a lot of gossip, a lot of fighting, some competition that doesn't really need to exist, or I feel like exists. I feel like this drama and this competition existed for no reason, or was completely in someone's like imagination, maybe accidentally blocking out the truth. Well, now the truth is penetrating the situation. We can't block it out any longer. We've got to really look at it, right? This is about looking at this is because I feel like your first inclination is to be like, I'm a little defensive. Oh, I gotta fight against something, or I gotta hold, this is like a barrier. Thank you, Spirit. This feels like a barrier. Like, don't let someone in emotionally, or don't let them take you down from the inside. It feels kind of protective. Okay. But for those of but coming back coming back to center here. Either way, it's going to require, whatever category you're in, it's going to require to gain stability, regain stability in the situation. Emotionally purging, going with the truth, being very expressive as well, I want to say, Cancer. Showing a lot of self-love as well, and like allowing things to get unblocked. Does that make sense? Gosh, I'm getting bombarded. God, I hope that was a full sentence. I'm feeling all sorts of things here. But they're all good. I feel like you're going to be working with somebody here in the future, getting on the same page. Yes, they want to talk to you. I heard yes. Talk. Talk to somebody. If you haven't been talking to somebody, start a conversation. Shit, walk up to Brenda and be like, hey, sweetie. So I kind of get the feeling you don't like me, you know? Or if you're having problems with a loved one, just open the doorway of communication and just say how you feel. Get it off your chest, love. And that'll really help to begin this process of purging out, clearing up the situation, coming back to center with somebody, coming back eye to eye with somebody, getting along, rebuilding here, rebuilding potentially something that was at one point not very stable for some. Okay, Cancers, if this is making any kind of sense, give me a like, share, comment, subscribe if you vibe, you guys. I really appreciate you. Let's get your advice here. Advice, what should Cancer do? I definitely want to say hold space for self-love while you figure all of these things out, while you're dealing with somebody. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Oh, I'm getting a lot of heart tug on that. For those of you who are dealing with like a partnership, a lover, a relationship that means uh, a lot to you, right? A family member, a deep friendship. Your dreams need a practical plan. It's like the dream of holding that space, of having that sturdy foundation with somebody, right? That reconciliation energy. This is almost like, well, honey, I never really felt like that in the first place. It's almost like somebody coming clean and saying, well, there was a misunderstanding from the very beginning. Baby, there was a misunderstanding from the very beginning. Mom, brother, sister, hubby, wifey. And your dream of just coming back in reconnection with somebody, it needs a practical plan. The practical plan is open communication. It's really coming heart to heart with somebody. And for those of you who are dealing with practical matters, work related matters, it's like you just want to be able to go to work and not have drama. You just want to, that's a dream. a dream come true even, just want to go and have no problems with Brenda, so to speak. You feel me? And that needs a practical plan. Again, it begins with compassion, open communication, and like letting somebody know that you are willing to work with them. Because I feel like right now there's a blockage and you're both kind of thinking or feeling the same things. Like you got no issues, no real beef with each other, no real problems with each other. There might have been some misunderstandings. There might have been some things that got out of hand or misconstrued. We might even stop talking for a little while, right? But oh, thank you, Spirit. But I think you need to be aware that they feel the same way. So this dream of coming back together, it can happen. It very much so can happen. But it starts with the most basic of things, just willingness to even listen to their side, even. The end of a tough cycle approaches full moon in Capricorn. Yes, earth energy is what I'm seeing here, a grounding in your advice. So, needing to ground. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Needing to ground a little bit, Cancers. And try to think as rationally as you can on the situation. Also, two eights here with the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Swords. Can you see that? There we go. Two eights. Eights are cycles, money, power, birth, death, cycles, baby. You may have been in some sort of situation with somebody, some sort of like sticky situation, or some sort of misunderstanding sort of situation. It's like all these years all this time I haven't talked to you, cousin, in another state because I thought you felt so and so way about me, and that never was the case. You feel me? So this is coming to a head, darling. It's coming to a head. It's a tough cycle that is ending, and it's coming to it's approaching the peak of an ending. Thank you, Spirit. There are the words we was looking for. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Very fascinating. So your advice here, it's landing on your shoulders, baby, for you to make the extension first. For you to start the conversation. Cancers. And I know maybe for some of you that's not very comfortable. For some, we just wanted to avoid the situation. We just wanted to kind of hide in the cove or defend ourselves, um, and go protective mode, right? But here it's like Spirit is very much saying it's time for you to take the action to make the extension, start the conversation, and open the doorway. And essentially, let Brenda know you want to work something out, or let Brenda know you ain't got no problems with her. It's time for you to take action. It's time to release negativity as well. Full moon in Scorpio. Yes, it's all coming full circle. Whatever it is that you've been stuck in that's been a little icky, sticky, mickey, it's coming to an end. And now you can work it out with somebody, whatever that means for you. Whether that's a huge thing for you or whether it's a small thing. But it feels like maybe it is pretty huge because it's a dream. It's a dream to be able to go to work and not have bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like that. Like it's a dream to be able to go to work, get paid well, get along with your coworkers, dot dot dot. It's a dream to reconnect with somebody here. You feel me? It gets a little deep, deep. And as I say that, emotions are running high. I turn that over. It gets a little deep with a super moon. Emotions are running high. So if your emotions do run high here, right? Cancer. I feel the best thing for you to do. Oh, first thing you got to realize here, you and your loved ones are safe. So no matter what situation you're in here, new moon in your sign, Cancers. Why can't I hold this card? I'm having a hard problem. I'm having a hard time here. That's the first part of this is to know that you and your loved ones are safe, right? It's not very comfortable to be the first one to say, I'm sorry for my part in this, or to say, I'm willing to hear you out if you're willing to hear me out. Do you want to go first? And open the floor for them, and then you can express your emotions kindly, wisely, no slashing of swords, no projections, right? When we want to mend a relationship with somebody or, come back together with somebody, it's really important we see where they're coming from, whether they're right or wrong, right? So keep your emotions in check here. Keep the emotions in check. Because I feel like there's at some point you might get to a point here where you want to, defend yourself, right? Because something isn't you feel something is threatening something is threatening your safety or your peace of mind or your home in some way. You may fear a God, why can't I talk? Hold on. You may fear a loss here for some of you, okay? A loss of stability. So if it's a job, that job's really important to the money, the income, right? That keeps the home running, that sort of thing. So you going up if you start shit with Brenda and Brenda says something to so and so, boss of yours, and then he goes on to tell CEO Dan, the man, now you're compromising your position for your home and your family, is what I'm getting out of this, right? Sorry, all these analogies. But you need to know and be aware that you and your loved ones are safe. Your job is not threatened here. Um, Also because somebody's willing to work with you, love. You're willing to work with them. They're willing to work with you. Just realize to keep your emotions in check and be the first one to make that extension. Holy snappy babbies. That's the one. And we're going to call it here balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. You got a lot of full moons, right? Super moon is a huge one too. Nothing will come of this situation void of course moon. Nothing bad is going to happen. Cancer. That's what I'm getting out of this. Nothing bad's going to happen. The situation is you're going to work it out with somebody, or you're going to hash something out here. You're going to smooth it over. It's going to be fine. Right? Maybe you're freaking out, but nothing bad is going to happen. Just talk to that person. Tell them openly, I don't want to hold grudges. I don't want to be in these cycles. I don't want to compromise my stability. You know what I mean? I feel and think this way. I'm willing to hear how you think and feel. Um, person that I care about here, and you open the doorway. And that is what creates this opportunity, and that's what creates this getting along again, reconciliation, or rebuilding. I want to say not just building, but rebuilding. Okay? Is that it? Yes, that's it. All right, Cancers. Gosh, I hope that really helps you gain some clarity on your situation. That's pretty good news, I think. It's pretty good news. I feel like it's recovery time for you and somebody to recover from a situation or to bounce back here and to get back on the same page. I think that's really great, and I'm really happy to hear it. I feel like you will be smoothing things over, and I feel like that's really going to work out to your benefit. Just remember you're safe. Nothing is compromised for you, and really you're probably safer than you feel. um, just remember to stay very balanced in those emotions. Remember to follow logic and truth when explaining situations to people and feelings to people. Uh, and be as clear as you can. Remember to do that, and again, the Cancer, that's what opens this doorway. So yes, best of luck, my loves. I hope that helps again. And take care until I see you next time. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you love you guys. And yes, until I see you next time, peace, love, and light to you always, my Cancer friends.